Today, let's talk about something that might make some people uncomfortable, but it's important having a healthy fear of God. Sometimes we get too comfortable in our faith, thinking nothing bad can touch us because we're believers. But history tells a different story. Think about the early Christians who faced brutal persecution under Roman rule. They were thrown to lions, burned as torches in Nero's garden, and tortured for their faith. These weren't bad people, they were devoted followers of Christ. Yet, they suffered tremendously. Look at the martyrs throughout history. From Stephen in the Bible to modern-day believers in restricted countries, faithful Christians have faced incredible hardships. Even the apostles, 11 of the 12, died violent deaths for their faith. Peter was crucified upside down. Paul was beheaded. James was killed by sword. But here's the thing, this isn't meant to terrify you. It's about understanding that being a believer doesn't make you immune to life's hardships. Job was described as blameless before God, yet he lost everything: his children, his wealth, his health. Even Jesus himself warned us that in this world, we would have trouble. Having a healthy fear of God means recognizing His awesome power and sovereignty. It's not about being paralyzed by fear, but having a deep reverence that acknowledges that God's ways are higher than our ways. Sometimes, He allows trials and tribulations for reasons we might not understand. Consider the great revivals throughout history. They often came through periods of intense persecution and suffering. The underground church in China grew exponentially during times of severe oppression. The African American church found its strongest voice during slavery and civil rights struggles. This fear of God should drive us to humility, knowing that we're not entitled to an easy life just because we believe. It should make us more dependent on Him, more grateful for His mercies, and more compassionate toward others who suffer. Remember, Jesus himself told us to fear God, who has the power over both body and soul, not in a way that paralyzes us with terror, but in a way that keeps us grounded in the reality that we serve a mighty God who operates beyond our understanding. So yes, bad things can happen to good Christians. That's not a popular message in today's comfort-seeking culture, but it's the truth. This healthy fear should drive us closer to God, deepen our faith, and remind us that our ultimate hope isn't in earthly comfort, but in eternal glory with Him.